Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've been on here messing around, and I'm gonna do a little reviews, do a little checking some stuff out, show you some stuff, and do a little work in the shop today. Um, Give me just a second. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Rome. I'm the owner operator of Outside of Leatherworks, um, the custom handmade leather uh, business. I have Instagram, which is Rome the Artist. Feel free to check me out there. I have a Facebook, which you might be viewing me on. Feel free to check me out there at outsider.leatherwork at facebook.com. And then I also have a YouTube and a Twitch. I keep forgetting to put my Twitch on this thing, but I will be working on putting my Twitch on it a little bit more. Um, but just to give you guys an update, I have been pretty much shut down for the. I'm gonna take some onesie twosies, just a few, not very many, but those are special occasions and special courses. I'm closing everything down so I can learn more, um, reorganize my business, reorganize my videos so you guys can see them. Sorry, and also uh, and also build the stuff that I've always wanted to build for all this time. So I'm very happy about this year because I'm not doing any shows unless I notified you. I'm putting everything in place to where I could actually when I put some stuff out there, a schedule, it'll be all set up. I'm setting up a Patreon so you guys can help if you want to, contribute, if you want to get in on some exclusive deals, some 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 unique content, and as you can see, I got to work on the script for this because I'm just coming off the dome right now. I need to have a whole script for this, so there's a whole lot of planning that I'm doing. But today, I'm going to be showing you some stuff that I learned and some improvements on some stuff that I already have, and I'll be posting this stuff. I'll let you know when I update the website with all of this new product, and it will be for sale on the website. I'm actually going to start pushing things towards my website a little bit more, so that you guys can actually not have to worry about things happening. If you want something, it's on the website. It'll say it's ready. If it's not on the website, it's not ready or it's not available. I've got I've got certificates and packaging, and basically I'm doing like a full overhaul on the whole business. And I'm very happy and very proud that you guys were able to support me enough to where I can take this time to do this. And I want to come with the best product that I can come. I want to come with the best packaging I can come. I want to come with the best with the best customer relations that I can come with. Um, and it's going to take some real reorganization. No more kind of winging it. But let's get to the fun stuff, guys. First thing I'm gonna show you is let me get one of these things here. So what I've learned is I've learned how to do edges. Look how shiny that is. Go the wrong way. Look how shiny that is. Super shiny. Actually, let me get my shot set up because I still don't have the shots pre set up. I should have had them pre set up. So that one. Excuse me for being kind of scratching my beard like a old beard. All right. Supposed to have a better transition than that. All right, here we go. Check it out. Just gonna do it. There we go. So, guys, check me out here. Gotta move some of this stuff around here. Let's get this right because it's not right. I really need to do better. I was just having a discussion on the fact that I need to do better as far as the way I'm setting this up, guys. Because this is not it right here. All right. Actually, that's not gonna work either. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's my floor over there. Spun around. There we go. Yeah, I got to get my setup set up right. Because right now, I'm just, I've been doing this for years, just kind of winging it. And now that I actually got all the equipment I need, finally, bam. All right. So y'all can see me. I can see you. All right. So, what I've been working on is I've been working on the quality of my products. I mean, I finally got it to where I can uh, do great art. I've always been good at getting great artwork, but the stitching has not been perfect, at least not up to my standard, and the edges have been lacking. So now I've got a material. This is the raw leather with a little bit of my dye work on this one, but this is the raw leather been rolled, been burnished down, and now it's all clean and sweet and nice. It's all smooth and shiny, and make the knife sheaths. Knife sheaths come with the knives. Come with the knife sheaths. I also make custom knife sheaths. I'm gonna show you guys some that'll be coming on the market. This is the badass knife sheath. It's approximately. Let me get my. I don't even have my ruler out or nothing. Not prepared. There we go. There's a good one. So, I've been organizing all this stuff too. So this knife sheath itself is approximately 12 inches from the top to the bottom. It's 2 inches wide, and it holds a basic. It's a cut down buoy I found with a brass guard and hilt, a brass guard and pommel, and it looks like a deer bone handle. And it'll be on the website and available, and it'll have a price on it soon. The sheet says the word badass. Let me show you. The sheet says the word badass in black with a brown background and a gold color highlight on the back of it. The edge is brown. This is all leather. These are the different stacks of leather. The back is got the raw leather. Once again, my outside of Leatherworks logo, seal of authenticity. It's got a brass snap and a brass. I can't remember what you call this one. A brass rivet. Sorry, a brass rivet, and yeah. And it'll be available on the website. I'll put out a whole announcement on all my socials when it's available. This one here, put it right there. This one here is a 1%er / snakeskin. It's got the gold in the background, gold, brown, and black background. Brown 1%. Once again, the 3-tone edges, the 3 different color pieces of leather. So you can see how it's constructed. Nice, smooth, burnished edge. It's a high rise, so it sits up a lot higher on your belt. It's approximately 8.5 inches long a sheath. The whole knife is 12 inches long. It has a really cool knife in it. Like, you need to check this out. Check it out. If I can get it out. I make all my knife sheaths so where they could specifically to the knife. This one has a sawback blade. It's a camp style knife. It's got stainless full tang with the wooden handle. It's got serrated edges here and a sawback blade. Brass buttons, like I always like to use. Got the outside of leatherworks on here. But really cool. Really cool knife. A bunch more. I think I'll just review them all. I haven't done a knife review in a long time. These are all the ones I'm going to have on the website. They're not available yet. But, I mean, they might be up there, but they need to come down and go back up. All right. Next is one of my favorite, a FTW, which you think what you say. I mean, whatever you think that means, FTW. And with the open skull, this knife is kind of a oxblood mahogany with the red edge. And the edge is still the edge of the leather, right? It's just been this one. I actually used a little wax and the burnishing gum, and you end up getting a really smooth back. This one still has the little old school edge dressing. It's 3 rivets to hold it in. Really nice. Some of you out there might have seen this knife. But this is a really cool knife as well. Very big. Also very cool. Stainless steel handle. Faux antler handle. Stainless steel pommel. It's a really nice knife. Really nice knife. The knife itself is approximately 12 inches long. The knife sheath by itself is, once again, 12 inches long as well. This one actually probably sits a little lower on the belt. And this one you got to be careful because the way I designed it, this piece right here matches up with the guard, and you can hear an audible click as you put it in. Yay! Brass button. And like I said, it'll ride a little higher on the belt. I mean, it'll ride a little lower on the belt, but once again, this is really nice, really sturdy. Beautiful knife. All right. I can show you my toy too, my knife as well, which I don't even know where I've been with it. It's over here somewhere. All right, give me a second. Yeah, this one for my fellow Marines. I'm gonna be making a series of these. I got to get a bunch more K-bars in. But I'm gonna make an actual series of K-bars. And for the Army bubbles, y'all let me know what y'all want. Y'all want K-bars? Y'all want the Army specialist knives? And the Navy, we can get maybe a Navy diving knife. This is my K-bar that I've had since I was in the Marine Corps. You know, standard size leather handle. It says it's an eagle, globe, and anchor. See, globe here. The eagle, and with the eagle's wings, and then Semper Fidelis. And I wanted to pay homage to the Marine Corps, so I need to make sure this can snap good. There we go. So what I did is up here is the black and red like dress blues, and then on the actual spine, I dyed the leather red and blue, so it looks like a blood stripe. Because for me, I was an NCO, so I earned my blood stripe. And I'm actually gonna make a series of military homage knives. I think I'm only gonna put out a few every year. Now we got a little clip 1%er knife. I'm not really, unless these don't go out to anybody. If you don't buy them if you ain't part of the groups. This is just a little 10-inch 6-inch blade, little, looked like somebody cut down a buck knife, but I found it and rehabbed it, sharpened it up, super sharp, super wide blade, great utility blade with a brass. It's got a brass guard, and it's a full tang. This is what it means by full tang. The knife goes all the way through. Uh, full tang construction with brass pins in the handle, and brown leather knife sheath. This is a different style of knife sheath. This one actually really sits low on the really sits high on the hip. Really comfortable knife sheath. Sits really high up on the hip, so really good for like when you're riding and ain't gonna get in your way. Brown edge, very simple. Really shiny, really fun. I learned how to burnish correctly. Took me a while. It took me a while to learn how to burnish correctly. Here we go, the classic camp knife sheath. Simple classic camp knife. 6-inch blade, 10-inch overall. It's got a little bit of gold on the edge, a little bit brown and gold on the edge. Skull, both sided. I mean, I used to make these a lot. Excuse the noise in the background. We got teenagers. I got a black one as well, see? This one's got a larger skull on it. Got a black edge. Skull on both sides. Because when I do my tooling, I really just put it all down. All right. Here's one that people really like. This is the big guy. This is my I don't know what to call it. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. It might be a Cthulhu type skull. You know, skulltopus or some shit. The golden skull-headed octopus, anthropomorphic human type octopus. This is on what's a very large kukri. This kukri is the blade itself is approximately 11 inches. Just the blade. Overall is 17 inches. Very large kukri, wooden handle, brass guard, brass pommel. It is full. It is once again a full tang construction. It's been peened over at the back. Slide that bad boy right back up in here. Really goes in really nicely. It's got a little notch put in so that the knife seats. A little notch right here put in here so that the knife seats really well when you push it down. It just goes to shunk, shink, right? Bams, with the regular brass snap, but it's been dyed black. Edges are really nice and brown, and the burnishing will keep the edges really nice. This one has you can wear it on your hip, and it'll ride low on your hip like most knife sheaths, but it's also got a couple of sets of belt holes. So if you want to, you can strap it to your leg, you can strap it to your back, whatever you want to strap it to, because this thing is gigantic. So what I'm going to work on now is I've had these cuffs for quite a while, and as you can tell, the way I used to do my edges were called would be edge dressing. Edge dressing kind of it dries hard. You hear that? It dries really hard. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take you guys on my on a little journey of how I clean these edges up. And how I clean these edges up, I have to let me move over to this thing here. See me change it. All right, first we got to switch to this real quick. Excuse me, while I get my shot set up right, because I'm not the best at this right now. I really need to have these pre-set up. All right. So what you see there is you see my sanding in. Knocked off some stuff. So I'm gonna be working on this, but I'm gonna be working on this edge here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this machine on. Just a little mini wheel sander. I try to go across the grain a little bit. And get all that hard edge dressing off of there. Don't want to turn it up too high, because if you turn it up too high, it'll burn it. So me doing a little. It's got a burnisher on the other end, but I'm not using that right now. And I'm not trying to take it all the way down to the raw leather, which I do sometimes, but not this time. I'm just trying to take it down to where it's a nice soft edge. I normally have my vacuum on when I'm doing this and suck up all this leather. But I don't want y'all to hear like vacuum, you know what I mean? All right. So now we have a much better looking edge. It's a little bit rounder. It's a little bit softer. You got to feel with your fingers to where it's gonna touch the people's skin. Get rid of any of that burr. I don't want no burr on here where it touches the skin. Right? It may not look like much, but it really fixes it a lot. That, taking almost all of that stuff off of there. Right there, I can feel it with my finger. There's a little burr right there. All of my products will have the edges of the leather either sewn up or they're all going to be they're all going to be taken care of. All of my products, no raw edges again, unless that's the theme of the product. All right. All right, nice and soft. Put a lot of edge dressing on these. the skills you learn in shop class. I did stuff I needed for leather work. Who knew it? There we go. That. There's that. Here. All right. Seeing me mess with this, I need to just switch it to that. All right. Back on the table again. Move these knife sheaths out of the way here. This is burnishing gum. It smooths the leather side down and makes a beautiful finish. Great for the flesh side. This is what they call flesh side. Makes a beautiful finish. Makes it nice and soft and seals the leather. I'm gonna use it on the edges here because it's great for when you want to start burnishing. All right, you just rub it on there. And it does take dye as well. All right, let that sit for a minute. All right. All right, back to the burnishing side. Like I said, this is called a burnisher. It's a piece of wood that's been shaped in many different shapes. And it spins just like the other side. It takes that and see how it helps round and smooth this shapes over. I like to start on the big one to get the flattest edge I can get. And if y'all want to check me out in person, tonight is skate night. I'm going to be at the Laurel Skating Rink for the adult skate night tonight. You come on out and support the local skating rink. Keep it alive. It's a great place to come and exercise and work out. Right? See, I'm not gonna go all the way down with the burnishing because I just wanted to round the edge before I wanted to round. Let me see if we can get a good shot of it. There we go. Move it forward, move it back. I'm sorry. Wanted to round this edge. So that normally I would take it to a full shine, but I'm not done with it quite yet. I have to dye this edge, but you get this nice soft round edge. Gonna be coming forward for you. All right, so we've now took off some of the edge dressing and rounded it. I got to do a little hand. This ain't nothing but 100 grit sand, regular 100 grit sandpaper, and I want to address any high spots before I dye it and try to finish it off. All right, let me put the cap on this before I mess it up. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break out my palette here. Break out my leather dye here. I like to use regular leather dye instead of edge dressing now. This time, actually gonna give it a little pour here. Now the time we done this stuff is gonna be super shiny, right? So putting a little leather down here, a little black down on the edge. All right, it's gonna be super smooth when I'm done with it. But first, before we get it all the way down, I'm gonna take some time and rub it. Yeah. Now, some people use the edge dressing. There is edge dressing, new edge dressing that I'll be checking out here this weekend. I'm gonna run up to Tandy Leather in Essex because I'm in Maryland, so that's my local Tandy. But you see how already that looks nicer than it did before. It feels nicer, I tell you that. From here, I can use the burnishing tool. This is a hand burnisher, or I can use the burnishing machine. I like to use the hand burnisher. I get a little bit more control over the edge as I do it. And you roll it back and forth to get it in where you need to get it in. And then you go down to the next one. See that? As I rub it, you'll notice it start to get shinier. I also use this edge here. I love using this cylinder shaped edge. See that? It's already starting to get shiny. There are people there. There's a Japanese burnishing art form where they make it almost like glass, like super glass like. It's pretty dope. You know, I don't. It's a kind of like, you know how they do everything over there. Well, I don't know if you know how they do everything over there, but when I was over there in Japan, one of the things they spent a lot of time doing is making sure they did everything to the best of their abilities. Like, they don't have half-ass and shit is not necessarily part of something that they really embrace. That everything they do, I don't care if it's, washing their hands, they try to do it to the best of their ability. This is part of their culture. It's kind of something I brought back with me when it comes down to this leatherwork stuff. I just learned some new techniques, so learning new techniques means you change your viewpoint on how you do stuff. All right. Grab a little bit more burnishing gum. Rub it on here. Rub it right round on there. Let it dry for a second. It only take a second. Don't want it to dry. Don't want it to be all the way dry. Some people like it all the way dry. I get better results when it's kind of like semi-dry. And then, all right, we're gonna take it to the machine and burnish it up on the machine. Watch. All right, let's try this one more time on the machine. All right. Well, starting to get a little gloss on there. Got it turned up a little too high. And you don't want to push in on this too much because you just burn it up. Friction burn. And you just want to kind of let it slide across the surface. Okay, look at that. Start to shine up. This can be a very tedious process if you're doing it by hand, but it also is very therapeutic. You're working, you're trying to accomplish a mission. Real good for my mind state. Sitting here just trying to. I don't know if you ever polished any boots or stuff, but you sat around with your homies polishing boots. But this is similar to that. Trying to get it to come up to that luster, but it actually takes a little bit more effort than polishing boots. Because once you got the technique when you come down to polishing boots, that's it. It's gonna take you no time to get a good bowling ball like shine. This will get a nice, crisp shine. Get that edge right there. Like I said, I'm not applying a lot of pressure. I'm just kind of gliding it across the surface. I'm going to apply a little bit more burnishing gum. This time I'm going to let it dry a little bit more. Rub it on here. Rub it on here. I actually like to use a little bit of my finger a little bit. There we go. Use the little vent here to help dry it a little bit. I'll work the inside edge real quick. Try to get that to flatten out a little bit more. I am working my plan to set up a schedule so you guys know exactly when I'm gonna be out, exactly when I'm gonna be broadcasted, not just kind of random as I do now. That feels good. This is the machine session, so this is just to kind of get the initial shape. But really, if you want to get it really super shiny, you've got to use the hand burnisher. So that's nice gloss, right? All the way around. My favorite is using the hand burnisher. Though. If you can get that hand burnisher going, you can get a super duper gloss. You just got to keep working it up. And you'll end up with a really nice gloss. And it's super smooth to the touch. That's what you want. You want it super smooth to the touch. You guys, when I do start coming back out, you guys got to check these out. You got to feel how cool they feel. Like they really feel really cool, like soft, and it almost feels soft, even though I am just burnishing it. But is causing it to have a protective coat on it. Yeah, man. And I'll show you the difference between one I've done. This is the one you saw me do, right? And I'm gonna spend some more time on it. But you see how nice that looks, as far as how consistent that looks on the edge, versus one I used to grab this other one. It's close to what it used to look like. What I used to do, which is, as you see, this edge is a little ragged and jagged. Definitely not very nice to the touch. You wouldn't want that on your arm all day. Put them side by side so you can really see them. See that? So this one is burnished, and even the leather itself looks a little darker. The black looks a little better versus this. That edge is all a little ragged, and jagged, and it's very hard to the touch. See that? Smooth. Running my same nail. Smooth. So this is how all of my products will be done from now on. Not like this. Like this. I'm gonna have to take that off. Excuse me, jumping all over it. Alright. So that was a review of my knives, the knives I have right now, the new techniques I'll be using as far as burnishing edges. Really nice. Like I said, this weekend I'm going up to Tandy and get the really, really nice edge dressing, which is a whole nother thing, a whole nother art form in itself, is edge dressing. So I'm excited about about the future, and you guys look out for my Patreon. I need you guys to look out for all the stuff that I got coming out soon. And I'm out of here, man. I'll holler at y'all. Let's see if I can get this going. I got to get something set up to where I can do this remotely.